Debbie Poirier, and I am the director of TVCCA Little Learners Early Education Program and a member of the state-funded Child Daycare Directors Forum. We represent 102 early care and education centers throughout Connecticut, and we have been providing the highest quality to 4,300 children in 53 municipalities since 1968. Specifically in Southeastern Connecticut, TVCCA has been operating high-quality programs that serve low-income families for over 55 years. Our centers form an integral part of the early care and education system. We believe wholeheartedly in high standards and staff that meet the current requirements mandated by the school readiness law. The Office of Early Childhood established a system to fund child daycare and school readiness. The established unit rate reimbursement for infants and toddlers is $9,946 a year, where the average cost of care is $17,678. Centers have been receiving the same amount of reimbursement since 2014 for infant toddlers. In 2014, minimum wage in Connecticut was $8.70 an hour. Today, minimum wage is $13 an hour, and will hit $15 an hour by June of 2023. By 2023, salaries alone in Connecticut have jumped 72%, while at the same time, the infant toddler rate has been increased by 0%. The reimbursement rate is set far below cost of providing services, with the understanding that the actual cost will be made up by the Care for Kids subsidy and parent tuition. We cannot continue to put the rising costs of childcare on the backs of families. As programs have been level funded for years, we've actually been facing a cut every year. Teacher salaries and benefits have increased, health insurance has increased, utilities have increased, and this was all before the pandemic hit, making it impossible to hire qualified staff. Stagnant state and federal fundings on our program has resulted in an economic crisis for the early care and education field. We have 1,000 teachers, assistant teachers, and support staff that are necessary to keep our doors open. Despite the situation of being extremely short-staffed, we continue to provide high-quality, NIAC-accredited childcare to our families. The mandated minimum wage change cost TVCCA alone $200,000. Every family that we serve is subsidized, meaning there is no way for us to charge higher tuition and recoup our losses. Our funding is stagnant and our costs continue to rise. Early care and education teachers are an important part of the workforce. We're critical to Connecticut's economy, and we were deemed essential when the pandemic hit, yet we continue to be one of the lowest paid professions. Programs are required to hire teachers with bachelor's degrees while paying an average of $30,000 to $40,000 across the state. An average public school teacher in Connecticut makes between $50,000 and $80,000 a year, remembering they only work 185 days a year. Programs across Connecticut are facing a severe workforce shortage. No one is entering the early care and education field due to the low pay and benefits associated with the positions. Competition for workers is at an all-time high, and programs cannot enroll new children because we do not have the staff needed to meet the ratios. The current system is broken and we are on a downward death spiral. Without significant changes to the way programs are funded, there has been and will continue to be an erosion of the child care infrastructure, leading to increased child poverty. Without childcare, many parents will have to leave their jobs. This impacts the family's ability to stay out of poverty and will increase the unemployment rate as well as the state welfare rolls. There's also an educational risk to not serving children. Children who are not receiving quality early care and education services are at a higher risk of needing intervention services later on at a much greater cost. We have got to stabilize the early care and education programs. The biggest barrier to sustainability is lack of funding and qualified staff. We cannot hire staff because we cannot pay them. No staff equals no childcare, and the economic childcare industry crumbling. Quality early care and education is critical for the health and development of young children and the ability of parents to fully participate in the workforce. In the face of this crisis, we urge you to fully fund the Connecticut childcare industry. Thank you.